We just left Muscat right now. I've picked up my co-pilot slash navigator slash person that's arranged the trip. This is a very good friend of mine, Viam Bakker. We've known each other for almost, 20 years now? It's close to 20 years.
Too long.
Yeah. Good old days, ski boat clubs, and Mshlali versus Tongot. Big rivals, the two of us.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we go on something like waves again in many years.
Yeah, well, this
Only
is slightly.
sand.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, the only difference is we don't have Salati in the back here. We don't have Challenger. We don't have Salty Dog. Wayne and Salty Dog, Basil and Challenger. I can't remember what was that Orion Cat of Arthur. I can't remember the name of the boat, but off to Vital, similar trip.
No, we had some fun, but I think it's going to be very similar. This trip, it's just waves of sand and
no fishing.
No fishing rods, only ice cold beer.
Yeah. So Viam's arranged this trip for us. I've come down from Dubai. We're going to be joining a bunch of South African nutters. So Viam, tell us what this, because I haven't been involved at all. I'm just a driver. You're going to be telling us what's going on, where we're going, and what we're doing.
Yeah, basically there are many ways to do Wahiba Sands Crossing, as it's known here. The guys normally use the commercial tours, but the problem is you get up to 100 cars and then they take the easy routes. But it's quite nice. So from time to time we organize a private trip. Then we follow normally the Wahiba Sands challenge. It's quite a difficult challenge. It's meant for experts.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be more than 10 cars. And normally cars at least that can handle the sand.
Yeah.
Ropes, winches, everything must be there. And yeah, so we're going to get stuck. It's going to take us, the plan is basically, we normally sleep the first night at a camp so that we don't have to unpack.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow morning around 5 we'll have coffee. And
so we're going off to
camp,
Reej.
Yeah, camp called Reej. It's right in the beginning of the Wahiba Sands Desert or Sand Group.
And that's just like a mobile camp. We're going to be sleeping in accommodation tonight.
Yeah, it's fairly basic. It's like little huts and cold water showers.
Yeah.
And the reason why we choose it, it's obviously an outdoor, so no hot water. But at least we know the guys. We stop there quite often, so we're going to most probably have some good goat tonight to eat.
Fantastic. And good Arabic food.
Yeah, and a silly omelette tomorrow morning. But yeah, so that's where we start off, and then from there we will most probably be busy the whole day.
Yeah.
We try to track first south and then start going eastbound, and the objective obviously is to reach the sea on the eastern coast of Oman.
So where are we sleeping tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Are we going to be sleeping at the coast, or are we going to be sleeping in the desert?
Most of the time, because it's a desert trip, we plan to sleep about 10 kilometers before the coast.
Yeah.
So the next morning, the Saturday morning, normally the guys can leave early. It's about an hour and a half's trekking.
Yeah.
And then you get onto a tar road and you can head back to Muscat or wherever you come from. So yeah, tomorrow night we'll be under the stars in our tents, enjoying a nice barbecue, or a braai as we know it.
Yes, of course.
And everything that goes with it, obviously.
Oh, fantastic. Viam, thanks for organising the trip. We're going to meet all the blokes tonight. We'll have the camera out tonight and film some of the shenanigans, because I'm sure there's going to be shenanigans. It's now 5:30 and some of the blokes have already arrived there, and as you can imagine, the guys are getting into the spirit of the weekend, so we'll catch them in about hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah, about hour and a half, all goes well. Yeah, no, and thanks Sean for joining us from Dubai. You already got 400 kilometers behind you. And
I think we're going to do a thank you to Lanishka, my daughter, for using the Jeep.
Yeah, I think that's also important. Yeah, no, and thanks very much for being our camera backup on the trip. The guys always want to have some kind of souvenir, and this is really going to be nice and professional.
I think it's going to be good fun.
Yeah, great, will be nice.
We left Muscat this afternoon, picked up Viam, and headed off to the unknown. I don't know what's going to be happening on this trip, and Viam's been planning this. It's very strange for me to be going on a trip where I'm not the person that's doing the planning. However, we got to this place, and it's not a motel, it's not a hotel. The only way I can explain it is it's a Barasti rustic rest camp in the middle of the desert, just before you start the Wahiba Sand crossing. First impressions, wow, absolutely fair. I didn't know places like this exist. you take the tours and you go into the middle of the desert and they take you on the desert trips and you have a dinner in the middle of the desert and you pretty much leave after the desert and it's that feel. But this, you can actually stay the night. You spend the entire evening taking in the Arabian feel. And like I said, I didn't know this place exists. I don't know these places exist. So if you're coming from Dubai or you're coming from Muscat and you want to do the Wahiba Sands crossing, stay here the night. It is absolutely fantastic. Great little place. The guys are busy preparing our dinner right now. We've got a full Arabian dinner coming up. The boys are at the fire right now, busy catching up and having a good chinwag about all sorts of things, and obviously giving each other a little bit of banter about tomorrow and who's going to get stuck the most and so on and so forth. I believe there's going to be a fines evening tomorrow night with the most stucks, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. But getting back to this place, Al Reej, guys, seriously, pull in over here, come spend the evening. It's family friendly, and you're going to enjoy the Arabian feel without having to leave at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock when your normal tour guide goes. You get to spend the night in the desert in a Barasti proper feel. So we're going to have some dinner now, and then we're probably going to spend more time around the fire catching up with our friends. So watch the space, enjoy the place, and we'll catch you in the morning. You get a couple of beds and you get a Barasti feel, and you're spending the night in the desert. Why not? This is fantastic. My absolute bane, traveling without my trusty steed. Tell you what, once you're so used to traveling with your own vehicle and having everything packed inside, traveling with a vehicle without just knowing where everything is just such a pain in the butt, man. This morning, get up, get the jet ball going, and guess what? The gas canister, missing. Wouldn't happen if I was in the truck because I know where everything is. But luckily enough, the guys over here got a well-kitted kitchen. So at least I could get my co-pilot some coffee in the morning, get him out of bed and make sure that he's ready to go. The boys had a great evening last night. Obviously everybody getting together means for an early morning or a late night with a very early morning start. It's just before 5 in the morning, so we're about to pack up and then hit Wahiba Sands. So let's go. They say happy wife, happy life, happy co-pilot.
Buk nie vir jou nie.
I hope that's the way you like it. Just a little bit of sugar, some milk.
Dankie, dankie.
Right. stupid early in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah, I know who said we must leave so earlier.
Mense sê die besydenis was eerste hier so, né? Eerste koffie.
Just for the South Africans, they'll understand this.
That's
Early
the
morning.
best in the world, isn't it?
That's best in the world.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for your beautiful place. I've had an absolute awesome evening. So what do we have for breakfast this morning?
We have bread and we have dal, we have cornflakes, bread and honey and jam and cheese.
At 5 o'clock in the morning, and you are willing to look after us at 5 o'clock in the morning? You're
Yes.
an absolute fantastic host.
Thanks, thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
thank
this
you, thank
beautiful
you.
place.
And we wish a good trip today.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Shukran, Habibi. Spending most of the morning crossing through the dunes on the Wahiba crossing, but running parallel to the dunes. So it's been pretty much like a gas track. Really easy, grade 1, grade 2 stuff, not too difficult. Found this phenomenal spot over here with the trees, and the guys are just parked off, getting some breakfast, getting some substance in, and then from here the tough stuff really starts. From here we're going to hit the white dunes. We've followed the red dunes and we're going to get to the white stuff, and it becomes seriously soft. If you watched the last episode that we had with the East Coast, where we got stuck for 20 meters 10 times within the 20 meters, this is where we're going. sand in this part of the desert was exceptionally soft. And you can do what you want, but the sand gets in absolutely everywhere. Third of the trip in, and this is what the inside of the car looked like, which means the camera gear takes an absolute beating. I'd lost my audio, so I'm going to have to do a voiceover for this part. The sand rails we got from Rihal, phenomenal. We'd used them for most of the recoveries. We'd done about 15, 16 of them by now, and not one of the lugs have been lost. I'm really, really impressed with these sand rails. We'll keep using them and we'll keep you up to date as far as they go. With the sand being as soft as it was, we decided to head back to the Bedouin track, and this is where we're going to leave you. So catch us in part 3, where you'll see some additional stocks, some finds, some good campfire chat, and the following day heading towards the beach. We hope to catch you on the next episode. Thank you for watching. If it's dusty, drive it.